Hey, what's up? Building a new computer after a while. Thought I would do a video. Basically, this computer is for anyone who is looking for blazing fast performance. Not necessarily who is a hardcore gamer, but if you're looking for like lightning fast performance, you do a lot of file management, you maybe do like Photoshop, Illustrator, things like that. I think this is a nice configuration for all of you. So I'm going to go through all the parts, and then in the end I'm going to show you how exactly the PC looks like once it's assembled. So for the storage, I went with the Samsung Evo 850 500 gigs. For the power supply, since we are not using a very heavy graphics card, we are going with the Corsair CX600. This is 600 watt, should do it. Then for the processor, Intel Core i5, 3.9 gigahertz. I think this is the 6600K model, LGA1151 socket. Very fast, and from a price point, it's pretty well priced. So this does not come with a stock cooler, so I had to go with the Cooler Master Hyper T4 cooler. I have heard nice reviews about this, so the Cooler Master Hyper T4 should keep things cool, and I'm going to show you the case in just a minute. Then for the motherboard, I went with the ASRock Super Alloy Z170 Pro. Now what this motherboard does is like it keeps the heat low, and also it has a lot of ports that we may need, or potentially someone may need, and nonetheless it supports GDDR4 and it is compatible with this processor, of course. I mean, I'm assembling a computer after a while, so just forgive me if you already know some of the stuff. Okay, so let's go with the RAM now. For the RAM, I went with Corsair Vengeance 2 8GB sticks, DDR4 2400 MHz, 16 gigs should do it for most of the tasks. Very powerful RAM. Corsair is one of my favorite brands. And then for the wireless router, we have the ASUS PC-N15, 300 megabits per second. I think I got it for $30 or so. Then finally for the graphics card, I went with the GTX950. Again, like, this is not for hardcore gamers. I understand, like, you could have gone with 960 or GTX 1070. If you went above 1070, like 2080 or something like that, then you would have to buy a higher power supply. But this thing should do it for most people who don't play games and want a really fast performance. So then I also went ahead and bought the LED monitor from Samsung, 27 inches. This is a pretty standard monitor from Samsung, and the picture quality is pretty nice too. Finally, for the case, which is very important because it keeps because you need to make sure that you buy a case where the airflow is abundant and it keeps the heat down. Also, you want something that doesn't make a lot of noise, especially if you're keeping it in an office or so. So I went ahead with the Fractal Define S case, and I will add some more footage when I unbox all of these. So that's my configuration, and the whole thing with tax costed like 1920 Canadian dollars. So yeah, so that's the configuration that I'm gonna assemble today. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. For someone who's just looking for performance and basic tasks, and probably a little bit of Photoshop and Illustrator here and there, a little bit of basic video editing here and there. So thanks for watching this video. Until next time.